Welcome back, everyone. You know, last week, Rosie Romero joined us to talk about cleaning out the inside of your kitchen cabinets. Well, now he's talking about cleaning up the outside, refinishing your kitchen cabinets. Good morning, Rosie.
Good morning.
Hi, Dan.
Arizona.
Yeah, well, you know, this, as Rosie and I were talking, you start with the inside of your drawers and think you're finished. That word leaks down from the top. You're not finished.
Right.
Now we'd like the outside done.
You know, the inside looks so good. Can't we do something with the outside? So what I thought I'd do is show some handy men or handy women around town the easiest way to refinish the cabinets that are probably in your house. You start by taking a drawer door off.
Is this a Dan level easy?
Yes, sir. It sure is.
I just want to make sure I'm following you.
Take the door or drawer off and go down to a neighborhood paint store, okay? They will assess what is on the door. Now, why don't you just rub across there? You can see this side I've already begun to prepare.
Yeah, much smoother.
Get a close-up on Dan's face so you can really see the unbelievable difference.
Oh, there's the rough side. Ooh, rough. Ah, smooth. Okay.
Smooth as glass.
Yeah.
You do that with 280 grit sandpaper. You start by wiping everything down with denatured alcohol and a lint-free cloth.
It's got to be clean.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Start, because you've probably cleaned these cabinets with lemon oil or something over the years. You need to get that off. The denatured alcohol will get you down to the lacquer finish. The 280 sandpaper will then rough up the surface.
And the 280 sandpaper is a very fine grain.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Very, very fine. You always sand with the grain of the wood. You always do everything with the grain of the wood. This is the grain of the wood, the direction.
Why do you need to take it down and find out what's on there? Why can't you just assume it's stained?
You wouldn't want to put incompatible materials on top of whatever you have to start with.
Oh, okay.
So
you couldn't have an oil-based stained painted with a water-based paint?
You wouldn't want that.
Okay.
And you'll know if you've done that because all the surface underneath will just start getting real watery and ball up on you.
And may I say I'll never do it again. Okay.
So what the paint store will then determine what color base your finish is. Have them mix up some tinted varnish, water-based tinted varnish. This will take all the fingernail scratches out of the finish and will give you your varnish finish all at the same time. Brush with the grain. You'll then allow that to dry. Don't let dry borders of your brushes develop. Keep the whole material wet.
Okay.
When that dries overnight, you then sand it with 280 again, and then you top coat it with a clear varnish. What I've done here is stayed up late last night till about 8:30.
Yeah. Which,
Sorry.
You were up later than me, my friend.
Refinishing this cabinet door. I hope you can tell this is the finish side. This is what we started with.
Yeah, especially down here at the bottom, Mark. I think you can get a good look of.
Just an old, aged oak typical door.
Yeah, we got this side, which is a nice shiny finish, and this side just sort of dull and flat. And yeah, you can kind of see it with the reflection in there, but that is much nicer. And what, a 2-day project, right?
Depending on the size of your kitchen, probably a month of Sundays.
Oh, that long?
Probably.
Not bad. But the hardest part is you got to take the drawer down and get it assessed. Once you've done that, you've got all your materials and you just take off, right?
That's right. And then take your doors and drawers and set them in the garage. Do all this in a well-ventilated area. You can kind of smell the varnish smell here this morning. Do it in a well-ventilated area. Don't smoke when you're doing this. And the doors and drawers will probably take you 2 weekends, and then all the cabinet box frames will probably take you another 2 weekends, if you work Sundays only after church in the afternoon.
At most.
Well, thank you very much, Rosie. And Dan, quick question. You had the tool belt on because...
I wasn't sure if he'd still needed, you know, some help taking them off the thing, and, you know, and thanks. Because I have one.
There's the reason. I was waiting for that. Thank you very much, Rosie and Dan. That's fun. It's 7:47. When we come back, a lot of movies to talk